want to compare an on-plane swing with a steep over-the-top swing, and then with a Rory swing. Focus on something he's doing that I am most definitely not doing. So here is the on-plane swing. Notice the shaft at transition is going to be pointing more towards the ball, of course, than the steep swing. But I have to give myself time at the top. Patience at the top. Critical. Absolutely critical. Now compare with this miserable over-the-top swing. Notice the rushing at the top. No patience at transition. Everything the same. Here. Now the disaster. Notice how the butt of that club is most definitely not pointing at the ball, but more pointing at the toes. So I've got to give that club time at transition to get on plane, rather than heaving it over the shoulders like an axe. Let's compare Rory. His shaft definitely steep on the backswing, but then now look at that butt pointing down towards the ball. Watch what he does at transition. It's a kind of a crunch that I definitely don't have. Watch this. Look at that crunch. Is it possible? He's really, it seems, really using the ground with that left leg and twisting into that left leg. Twisting down and then up and back, down and then up and back at this point. Down and then up and back. Just crunching into that ground. Look at that way outside and the way steep and the way back, and then just crunching into that ground. Down and then twist and then up. Down, crunching, twisting. Twist down, twist. Okay, now this from AMG. This should help.
Well, the next thing is being able to utilize ground forces, and we all apply ground forces in the swing because we are standing on the ground and our hips are above our feet. It's when those forces apply are so much more important than how much. Because if you don't apply them when, how much doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the timing is everything in this, right?
That's exactly right. And we've been doing this, we've been measuring ground forces since before we were using gears. So since before we started AMG.
Yeah.
Been doing this for a long time with PGA Tour players and everyone under that level. It's the timing of this that is critically important. This is where golfers go off the rails. And if you have a distance leak as you get older, this is a great kind of source to find easy speed because you're just plugging a hole rather than going to the gym 5 days a week to try to get stronger. It's just when you do things is so much more important than doing more of that.
Let's use the timing and sequence to gain club head speed rather than just brute force.
Right.
And
because that becomes more difficult as we age.
The better you can learn what we're going to show you here, you're going to get easy speed.
Okay, so we will see golfers shift to the right away from the ball late, which means you're going to shift forward late, and then you're not even able to generate the forces on our force plates. A lot of you are not generating sufficient ground force until the ball's off the club face.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help you.
And we're super lucky. We have pretty much everything that a golf teacher would want. Just over the years, we collect this stuff because we want to learn, not only for our own swings, but help everybody else. And we've got these great gas force plates. We use them a lot, and we start to notice patterns with players, good players, not so good. Kind of like pros versus AM with gears. It's very similar, pros versus AMs with the force plates. And if we could sum it all up into one drill, it would be this stepping drill where you step with both feet.
Right.
And
so let me give you a little room here.
Yeah, we don't even need a ball really.
No,
at first.
Again, the coordination of this is where everything goes wrong for golfers. And we've done this in lessons forever. And it's like walking and chewing gum at the same time.
Yeah, I will put something down. I have these little what are these things called?
Bird tees.
Bird tees for the indoor. I like having something there to swing at though, instead of just air. So the drill, take your normal setup, and then you're gonna put your feet together like that. Okay, so you're going to be, your together feet are going to be behind where the tee and the club head is. The drill is to step to the right where your normal stance would land, and then start swinging the club back. You're going to be using the big muscles in your torso, rib cage, and your pelvis to start swinging the club back with some speed. Now, it's going to be step, swing. As this club starts near in the top, but before the top, you're going to take another step and land while this club is finishing up here.
Now let me sharpen this point. Do that again. Kind of go halfway back. Okay, you're still going to be on your trail side at this point now. As his club starts to fall back towards the target, you've got to take the step and fall with a closed body. So many of us are programmed to any movement forward is associated by forward rotation. That's going to short circuit your backswing. You want to fall. This is all a backswing movement. You want to fall with your back to the target. Recenter with your back to the target. So when you do start down, you're already there ahead of it.
Yeah, so let me cruise one here just to show everybody how it would look. And then I'll do the version we see golfers do a lot that don't quite have this mastered, right? So the right way would be step, swing. As this finishes, I'm stepping, but I'm staying closed. Then I'm kicking on the turn while this is just finishing. You'll see a little extra lag there maybe. And then you unwind through the hit. So I'll just do an easier one here. I'll miss the tee just so it doesn't need to fly. So step, swing, just like that, okay? Now, that's the correct timing. If I was gonna do the incorrect timing, I'll put my feet together. If I give this to a golfer and I see this, I try to fix it right away. So it's step, swing, and then the second step, they try to start the downswing at the same time. There's no middle of the swing where there's this step with a close and then unwind. And man, this is probably in those top 3 things that golfers need to understand.
I mean, having done this drill for 15 plus years, so many of you have the innate sense of trying to time the step with the downswing.
So common.
And you have to break that habit to get the benefit out of this. Because if you get the benefit out of this, your shots are going to go farther. There's just no 2 ways about it.
It's a huge separator. Like every good player can do it, and every high handicapper struggles with it. So it's one of those.
Or a short hitter.
Yeah, it's one of those key things that, like, hey, if you can't do this, you need to learn how to do this regardless of everything else in your swing. This is that important.
Okay, so that's 2 things you can do to improve your speed.